Welcome back, everybody, to the First Touch podcast. You don't know, so your boy Calamity and with there. See me, one brother Tato is it. And today we have some breaking news. So, this not gonna be a regular podcast format where we got 1 hour talk about different topics, isn't it? So, what we start for do is along with that farmer content, we're gonna start put out some shorter videos, some 15, 20 minute videos on some breaking topics and all of them like a thing there as well. Same way, is it? Isn't it? So just more content for the people. Yeah. So the breaking news that dropped today was Kevin De Bruyne announces that he will be leaving Manchester City at the end of the season. Isn't it? That I know some Manchester City fans see that as a big blow. Well, probably all of them see that as a big blow, because that's KDB, of course. Isn't it? And after being in the league so long from 2015 to now, I know say 2014?
2015.
2015. All right,
Mm-hmm.
from 2015 to now, I know say a lot of people, including myself, rate Kevin De Bruyne very highly. Undoubtedly, one of the best players to ever step foot in the Premier League. Nobody can take that from him, isn't it? So, no matter what, shout out to KDB. And you don't know, so we have a resident Manchester City fans right here. So, forgive him thoughts about what going on. So, my bro, KDB finally I come to an end at Manchester City. What do you think about that?
Honestly, at a news where me I take well from morning. I know this actually hurt me. It kind of remind me like when time Kuna Guerrero did a leave. When Yaya them da leave, when David Silva them da leave, but for some reason this take a bigger blow. Because for some one of the first reasons that say we'd really want him to come back next season and try to prove that it was just a one bad season, knowing that say him go end him season like this in Manchester colours and this bad part and the season where we have how it end. Like I really love if him did finish it away like how they finish it with treble season. I want to finish it 4-peat. You see what I said? Finish it on the winning end, not finish it like oh both did finish theme last race. But definitely him is going to be a legend. I feel like in farewell I go send off the right way. And I think that said the FA Cup now we have to go really win the FA Cup to make sure we are send him off with a trophy on him last day. Um Otherwise from that bro, it's just what it is. Like we fall in love with a player and eventually them have to end up move off. It's not like same man move or somewhere else in England. Well, we're not sure why I'm gonna be him next move because him don't state that. But me as a fan, they just really want one more season from him. Just one more.
Yeah. And honestly, somebody as a Manchester United fan, I think I'm happy for KDB a cut. But really and truly, as I say, from the moment KDB is stepping at the Premier League, is a player who made it always rate. Is for me the best midfielder in the league for numerous years. So it kind of sad for see him go. Isn't it? It good, but at the end of the day, you kind of could have seen him at the end of Europe, right? I don't know, as that say, maybe it was just a bad patch, but to me, him look like him there at the end of Europe, or him not come to the end time in the Premier League. And maybe him want to realize that before it get worse and worse and worse. You see me? So maybe it's a case where him just say, all right, time for take on something new. Maybe go down in Syria a bit slower paced, because you don't know the Syria kind of it kind of fit them slower pace players there at times. So maybe him go down in Syria, maybe MLS, maybe him jump go over Saudi if you're a big payday. You see me, you never know. But I
Mm.
mean, reflecting back on his time at hold on, I'm see this. I'm gonna show him the official announcement from KDB. All right, so this was the official announcement from Kevin De Bruyne. This was a message that was put out. So it said, Dear Manchester, seeing this, you will probably realize where this is heading. So I'll get straight to it and let you all know that these will be my final months as a Manchester City player. Nothing about this is easy to write, but as a football player, we all know the day eventually comes. The day is here, and you deserve to hear it from me first. Football led me to all of you and to this city, chasing my dream, not knowing this period would change my life. This city, this club, these people gave me everything. I had no choice but to give everything back. And guess what? We won everything. Whether we like it or not, it's time to say goodbye. Sui, Rome, Mason, Michelle, and I are beyond grateful. I guess those are his children and his wife.
Life.
Yeah. So yeah, and I are beyond grateful for what this place has meant to our family. Manchester will forever be on our kids' passport and more importantly in each of our hearts. This will always be our home. We cannot thank the city, club, staff, teammates, friends, and families enough for this 10-year ride. Every story comes to an end, but this has definitely been the best chapter. Let's enjoy these last moments together. Much love, KDB. You see me? A very touching message from KDB to the Manchester City supporters, letting them know that his time has come to an end at Manchester City, and him just want to enjoy the last few months we have with the Manchester City teammates and all of that. Uh, Somebody right here so did also list out him career achievements at Manchester City, which 6-time Premier League winner, 5-time EFL Cup winner, 2-time FA Cup winner. Maybe Manchester City can make that a 3-time this season. 2-time Community Shields winner, UEFA Champions League, 5-time FIFA Pro World level, 5-time Premier League Player of the Year, 3-time UEFA Team of the Year, 3-time Premier League Playmaker Award, 2-time Premier League Player of the Season, and 2-time PFA Player of the Season. Yeah, honestly, it's a heartbreaking loss for the Manchester City supporters, and I know say all of the Premier League, everybody who watches the Premier League is going to miss seeing Kevin De Bruyne play because if I want you can once you support a team, it don't matter. Once you support football, that is when you go look upon it and say, Jano, say the Premier League really I miss this and it really I miss that. And Kevin De Bruyne is somebody who definitely brought that quality to the Premier League. You see me? And I'm not gonna tell you say me a ball tears I know because as I say, I'm not a Manchester City but supporter, but it is going to be a sad day when he leaves. Um but yeah, to me, I feel like say Kevin De Bruyne, looking back at his career achievements, him definitely cement in place as one of the best midfielders of all time. But it's now where you want to put him in that ranking. I hear some people say he's top two. I hear some people say he's top three, top five. Like me personally, I would say top five. I never rationalize it out of my head yet for say, but definitely I put him fourth, third, second. Like I not rationalize it yet. But which part you feel like say in place in that top 10 there?
In a top 10.
Yeah, greatest midfielders in the Premier League history. Which part you feel like
Well,
him placed there?
him definitely for me as I don't see him can brain trick it like you have the past scores, you have the Lampard, you have the Stevie Gerrard, you have the Patrick Vieira, you have the Roy Keane, them, and
Mm,
like that are like five names we just brush over where we have probably said hard to put in front of them. But I feel like him have a argument for going in front of a person like Patrick Vieira and
mhm,
probably Roy Keane.
mhm.
Some might debate him over Lampard, to be honest. I feel like Scholes and Stevie G is a bigger debate than him. I gotta be really honest right there. So definitely, bro, is most definitely after the in the top 10. And for the top 5, it's argument sake. But for me personally, I would surely squeeze him into the top 5 and make the top 3 continue to be a debate where, you can really always make argument for that. When I go be because I'm a City fan, I do appreciate Kevin De Bruyne. Looking upon Kevin De Bruyne stats, as we just quite mentioned out in the Premier League, is very outrageous. Knowing that in 280 appearances, this man have 118 assists and 70 goals. As I said, 6 Premier League title, and we don't think none of the players them I just quite mention. Well,
Scores, man. Scores
well,
and Raikkonen.
Coles and Rykin probably have the 6 Premier League. But I know for sure say Stevie Gerrard, Patrick Vieira, or Lampard do have that. And we're not gonna use that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
also again him win one, or as I said, 3 playmaker award and 2 player of the season award. Like I think who up there with him is players like T Henry. You have Cristiano Ronaldo with it win 2-2 as well. Him and Mo Salah is possibly it's going to win 2 based on for the season after the Premier League. So definitely, bro, like Kevin De Bruyne is going to be mentioned, and if someone put him in the top 3, like for really and truly, they are not off. It's not a bad take. It's not a
Yeah,
bad take. Like me
yeah.
say, Roy, what name? Roy Jennings,
Rory Jennings, Rory
Rory
Jennings.
Jennings. Me see him put out a state or a look when I film natural thing. I say Kevin De Bruyne is great, but to have him in your top 5 best Premier League midfielder of all time is a very bad take. And really and truly, like I think that's just Johnny Roy being Roy, to be honest. I don't think that is a bad take. Really and truly, like, cause for be
Yeah.
honest, him can definitely make the debate over Lampard. And me
Me,
know
me, me can definitely like me feel like him definitely. For me, he's definitely top 5. Cause even though I'm a Manchester United supporter, in terms of quality, he is more
he's
him more quality better than somebody like Roy Keane, which Roy Keane am my captain and all of that. But if me be realistic, he him have more quality than Roy
more
Keane.
quality, yeah.
So me would definitely put somebody like Roy Keane
Somebody
above
like
him. Sorry, somebody like him above Roy Keane. But my issue is like in terms of Manchester City overall and his placement as Manchester City's midfielder, do you think that he is above somebody like David Silva or
all right,
Yaya Toure?
as you just quite mentioned, in terms of quality and like I say, and just quality alone would I make or put him over Roy Keane because if you look at leadership, Roy Keane is about better leadership than him. Hence why I say top 5 is assured, but it's also debatable on who's the main one throwing over him. Now we asked me the question in terms of best midfielder for Manchester City with him, Yaya Toure, and David Silva. And again, there's our quality Japan again. I think that David Silva is probably a better in terms of a better talent, quality, as I was quite saying, can do more with the ball.
Yeah,
And sure, for Yaya Toure, we see what Yaya Toure did as a midfielder. It was very outrageous that, what, that 2014, 14 or 13
14, I
season,
think at
14,
13, 14.
13,
Think
14 season. So, yeah, like, not because of this whole feelings where we are going around, me I go use that and say, of course, sir, we have to still have to be reasonable, you know. But does his stature and statement probably lies? Oh, is it levels now with Yaya Toure and David Silva? Probably yes. But if Yaya Toure and David Silva is ahead of him, they are not by far, to be honest. And I think that Kevin De Bruyne deserves to get him statue right side of Kunaguer one or right side of Ota, which part Vincent Company one day. And David Silva is, to be honest. I do think that he should have his statue out there. But when you say if he's the best player for Manchester City, like overall, honestly, I do think it is still debatable, really and truly.
yeah, I think it debatable. In terms of Yaya Toure, I feel like a little bit it go against him a little bit
Little bit, yeah.
due to like I think KDB was better for Manchester City for longer. I'm
Longer,
a think
yes, definitely.
I'm a think so was David Silva.
Silva.
So I do think I kind of put him above Yaya
Yeah, yeah,
Toure,
Toure, yeah.
but David Silva for me has always been my personal favorite when it comes to a debate between the two of them. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit biased towards David
Bias, yes.
Silva, but if it comes to we're talking about the quality of a player, then that's a conversation. But
Canvas.
if we're talking about just sheer greatness, including what you
Greatness.
do and what you win, I would
Mm-hmm.
say KDB is greater,
Is
but
greater.
I would say David Silva is
But
better.
and the reason why like I am so iffy about a final answer, bro, is like me have to take everything into consideration, look on context. Because first of all, you have to remember say Yaya Toure came into this Manchester City team when there was like I doubt if there are a big name will come in yet. I think he entered the team like about 2009 or 10. Him enter the team and him did put in conversation for make the other greats them coming after him. He was there in the 93-20. He was there the 2014 when they win. So him did it when time all of them greatness they are set were for lead players like for attract players like Kevin De Bruyne for come in and help set the legacy.
Mm.
Man like Yaya Toure was there before even Aguero for help set that legacy. You understand what I say? So in on the part now where say who wins more, you have to remember say an next player like say like Phil Foden. Phil Foden win about I think a 5 of them. So is Phil Foden a greater Premier League legend for Yaya Toure? No. So
No.
we not just look upon who like what like how much you win. Me I try to put everything in a box. You
Yeah,
understand?
but
And
that
that's why.
that that how me consider greatness though. Greatness how me consider everything. If me
Exactly.
I talk about better player, me
Mm-hmm.
just I talk about the player quality. And
Quality,
that is
yeah.
why I said David Silva I kinda put above him in terms
Silva,
of
yeah.
player quality. But as the overall greatness, I do think
Mm-hmm.
Kevin De Bruyne
Kevin De
sits at
Bruyne.
the pinnacle.
And it's and honestly, bro, like I think Kevin De Bruyne win the heart of most Manchester, like majority of Manchester City supporters, mostly in England. But feel like him win the heart of majority of them over evil players like Yaya Toure or Silva. Definitely win the heart over Aguero because we know what the situation with with England have against Argentines, you know. But it is, as I say, I have love for all of them. We all know that my favorite is Kun Aguero. And honestly, like for Kevin do over the years, it's a very emotional ending and what make it even worse for me because me did I expect the end. Me did really want him to get one more season. If he just come do something very spectacular and we never get that. But the last decade we enjoy with him a treble, four-peat, a century. This one is a part of three of the most greatest achievements that set in England, and he was a part of all of them. The whole team ever did a part was the 93-20.
Yeah, definitely, people. So, yeah, people, KDB coming to an end at Manchester City. I know, say, a lot of people out here will love KDB, regardless of which club you support. Yes, me, so shout out to KDB. KDB, go big up yourself on your next chapter. Anywhere you go, I know, say the people are going to support you. Yes, it.
I would
And
want
that,
to start him for go. I want him to go down a start, just go enjoy himself, live a
no,
free life. I feel like him deserve a free, nonchalant,
mm,
like yeah, I feel like him
yeah,
deserve one of them there.
yeah, so people, you don't know, say a quick episode, but I forgot to drop it right now so you can hear your thoughts upon the news at KDB. Big up on yourself, people. You don't know, so please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, give on the thoughts upon what KDB moving on. And we sooner later, isn't it? Wow.